Civic tech and many commercial startups build a lot of unsolicited and experimental software within relatively uncharted environments. When you don't have a client, only potential users, you run the risk of ending up with a product that no one uses. Imagine spending millions on something that nobody wanted in the first place. This happens more often than we think. Survivor bias means we hear about the few products that change the world, but hear nothing about the thousands of digital tools that lie unused, gathering dust in the digital cupboards on servers across the globe. One way we've tried to make sure that this doesn't happen to our stuff is user-centered design, or rather building tools with users instead of just for them. At the beginning of 2021, OpenUp collaborated with Community Advice Officers South Africa, in short CAOSA, and representatives from 10 of their community advice offices, CAOs, paralegal offices based in rural and semi-rural areas. These areas struggle for access to basic legal services, and often these advice offices are their only form of support. Most paralegals are leaders in their communities who go above and beyond for their constituents. As good-intentioned as these community heroes are, they suffer from a lack of resources and robust systems that could exponentially improve the impact of their work. The primary purpose of this collaboration was to help caseworkers better manage the case information they collect from their clients. The other goal was to make it easy for CAOSA to use the aggregated data to better support the caseworkers. Our first thought was to find something off the shelf so that we weren't reinventing the wheel. Then we remembered to practice what we always preach and follow agile and user-centered design principles and speak directly to our users. Sometimes it's simply about picking up the phone and asking them. Very quickly, we realized that an off-the-peg solution wasn't what they needed. User-centered design helped us make this decision and make it early. A good example of what user-centered design is not is when a team of technical experts get together and design it themselves. Using their experience and personal taste, they decide what will and won't solve the problem. Sometimes this works, many times it doesn't. Technical people overestimate the digital literacy of the actual user or overcomplicate the tool, making it do multiple things, features, when it only really needed to solve one problem, but solve it well. No matter how experienced we as the developers are, we are not the user. Unless you're building something for yourself. User-centered design is a methodology that places emphasis on the users and their needs in each phase of the project design process. Implementing it had the following effects. 1. It allowed us to see our users' working environment and needs from their perspective. 2. Having direct access to the end users helped us intimately understand their intended uses for the system based on their current non-digital systems. 3. Through rapid testing and validation of concepts, we are able to test concept ideas, designs, and system architecture against research data collected directly from users. 4. By consistently sharing and testing our research with users, we are able to ensure that the system is designed to meet the requirements of both CAOSA and the caseworkers. 5. We learned firsthand how important it is to get users to buy into using the system in their own daily workflow. In user-centered design, listening to your users is paramount. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if we built exactly what users told us to build? In the same way that you don't go into the doctor's office and ask them for a specific medication, user-centered design is not simply about giving them what they ask for. Any developers out there will know all too well about that swear word, scope creep. It's our job to listen and understand their problem and then to use our experience and skills to solve that problem. We then take that solution back to the users and test it. Does it work? Does it solve the problem for them? Are they able to use it? Constantly back and forth with our users, engaging them at every stage to make sure that what is being built is useful and usable. This is how we want to do user-centered design. Sometimes, doing a simple Jamboard session or interview can bring up a vital piece of information that was never in your own thinking that could make a huge difference to the development of the tool. One of the most important ways to design with your users is to get answers to questions without actually asking them direct questions. Blind A/B testing is one nice way to get your users to choose without asking them to choose. Often, users will answer either with what they think they will do or what they think you want them to do. With user data from well-designed user research, you can find out exactly what they prefer doing without them even thinking about it. We did some A/B UI option testing with our working group for the main landing page in the app. Did they want to see cases or clients first? Asking them this question brought up a wide range of answers, not helpful, but observing them through the system and recording their responses showed that we should go with the list of clients first. We could have decided ourselves which made more sense to use and just implemented it. But by involving the users, we made the right decision, and it shows in their responses how familiar the system seems when they log in. So what have we learned from trying to design the case management system with our users? Number one, the earlier you involve them, the smoother the ride. Bonus, they'll be learning the system as you go, and they won't be surprised by the functionality. Number two, the more frequently you engage with your users, the better. Iteration is key to agile development. One of the agile principles states, satisfy customers through early and continuous delivery. Number three, in the beginning, having a representatively diverse and dedicated committed feedback group makes the project run faster. Number four, you are not the user, and your user is not the designer.